Hello everyone, my name is Joe and I review movies. I just got back from seeing Thor Ragnarok starring Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, and Kate Blanchett. The movie runs about 2 hours and 10 minutes long and it's directed by Taika Waititi. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I have to say right off the bat, I really enjoyed this. It was pretty much up there with Guardians of the Galaxy. If you like Guardians of the Galaxy, I'm pretty certain you're going to like this film. This is the third iteration in the Thor series, and this is the best one. I saw the first one many years ago. I think that one came out in 2009 or 2010. Of course, they had The Dark World, which was pretty much just a waste of, just the added movie they had to throw in there. But this movie, I could tell you, they had fun with this. It's labeled on IMDb as an action comedy, and this is exactly what it is. I was laughing from beginning to end. I saw Deadpool last year, and I can tell you, this movie to me was a lot funnier than Deadpool. I know that's probably sacrilege to a lot of people because Deadpool has some very raunchy humor, and I see how people like that and everything, but for me this movie was a lot smarter in its humor. That's just how I feel about it. I mean, that's my own personal opinion about it. The action scenes are very well done, and it's a few scenes in now with Doctor Strange is in this movie as well, and he's only in it for like I think 5 minutes or so. He has a very good scene which I really enjoyed. I wish they would have had more of him, but I see why they had him in there. Anthony Hopkins, he's also in this movie, and I can tell you it was very heartfelt just to see his scenes. He didn't want to come back. He was pretty much done at the second movie, but when they pitched him this movie, he was like, you know what, fine, I'll come back for the third one. And dude, he nailed it. I mean, he knows Anthony Hopkins knows how to act, so he knocked it out the park. I tell you, they had a lot of good scenes with the Hulk, Bruce Banner's character as well. They had the Hulk as fully. He was the Hulk the whole time, practically through the whole movie. A few scenes, of course, he had to transform the Bruce Banner, and they had some good bits in this movie. Also, if you follow this movie, if you had to compare this movie to another movie, I would just think Gladiator, the movie that came out in I think 2001. I can't remember who's in it, but in any event, this is pretty much that. Thor gets captured, becomes a gladiator, has to fight in the arena, and when he fights in the arena for the first time, he has to fight the Hulk. And it's not a one-sided battle. You would think, well, the Hulk's going to wipe the floor with him. No, Thor, I mean, here, he can cut loose. He had to really hold back on Earth, but in this arena, on this planet of Sakaar, he can really cut loose, and they have a good battle. And I mean, the action sequences in this film, very well done. The music in this movie, very well done. The comedy in this movie, very funny. I really enjoyed it. I mean, they took their time with it. Some of the jokes kind of land a little flat but for the most part, a lot of them are just really, really funny. The main character of the movie, Chris Hemsworth, he does an awesome job with Thor in this movie. I just never used to seeing Thor being very regal, very godlike, and he says all this flowery language. Here, he was just a regular guy who happens to be a god. That's kind of how I looked at it. He has some flowery language every once in a while, but for the most part, dude, I could have hung out with Thor and had a good time. He was funny. He was hilarious. And him and his brother together, of course, Tom Hiddlesworth, he's been playing Loki now for, I think, the last 5 or 6 years. And of course, he nails it again in this movie. I know he's going to be in Infinity War when it comes out next year. Those two guys together, I'm telling you, are like gold. I mean, I hope they never separate them. They play brothers in this one, and they have some very heartfelt, like I said earlier, they have some very heartfelt moments in this movie with those two actors. Because, they're brothers and they grew up together, and brothers torture each other, but they love each other too. You can tell that they really do have love for one another, and I actually like that about the story. All in all, can I recommend this movie to family and friends? Yes. You're going to have a good time if you go see it. If you wait for it to hit video, that's fine too, but go see it at the movie theater before Justice League. I'm not sure how good Justice League is going to be, and I hate to even mention it in the middle of this review, but if I had to go see, I'd say go see this film. Very well done. Out of 10, I'm going to give it a 9.0. I'm thinking it's that good. It's probably one of the better Marvel movies out there. And they've had a lot under their belt. Right underneath Guardians of the Galaxy 1. I haven't reviewed 2 yet. I've seen 2, but I haven't reviewed it yet. Go see this film. Anyway, thank you for visiting my channel. I really appreciate it. Please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button because it really does help me out when you do that. And I appreciate it. Take care of yourself.